If I had to start investing again in 2026 with just £100, this is exactly what I would do. And here's the truth, most people don't realise. You don't need to be smart. You don't need loads of money. And you definitely don't need to time the market. What you do need is a simple system that doesn't rely on luck. And in this video, I'm going to break that system down step by step in plain English. No hype, no crypto promises, no get rich quick BS. Just an investing plan that actually works. Why you should be investing even if you're broke. Let me ask you something. If you had £1,000 sitting in your bank account right now, what would you do with it? Spend it, let it sit there, or invest it? Most people leave it sitting there, like the £1.9 trillion currently sat in current accounts and cash ISAs here in the UK. But here's the problem. Inflation is silently stealing your money. If prices rise by 5 to 7% per year, and your savings account pays you like 2 or 3%, you're actually losing purchasing power every single year. That £1,000 today quietly becomes worth 900, then 850, then 800, and you didn't even do anything wrong. And if you listen to macro experts like Raoul Pal, you'll realise that inflation is more like 10% or even higher, mainly because of currency debasement. That's why investing matters so much. Investing isn't about getting rich fast, it's about protecting your future self. How money actually grows. Compound interest explained simply. There are two ways your money grows when you invest. One, the business grows. When you buy a share, you own a tiny piece of a real business. If that business sells more, earns more, and becomes more valuable, your investment grows with it. Like imagine if you invested in Apple or Amazon like 20 years ago. Two, compound growth. This is the magic. This is where things get interesting. Let's say you invest £500 per month and earn an average 10% per year. After 7 years, you've got around 60,000. But here's the crazy part. The next 60,000 doesn't take another 7 years. It takes more like 4. And the next 60k after that, even faster, because your money is now working harder than you are. That's compound interest. And once it kicks in, it feels unfair. If you are serious about long-term investing, if you have the patience and discipline to be a successful investor, hit subscribe so we can build wealth together. What you should actually invest in. Most beginners make this mistake. They chase hot stocks or the latest 100x crypto. They buy what's trending on TikTok. They FOMO into yesterday's winners. That's how people lose money. Instead, you want boring, low cost, diversified, importantly for me, stress-free, the best place for beginners, index funds. And after 24 years of investing, this is by far my favourite way to invest. And index funds own hundreds, sometimes thousands of companies at once. So instead of betting on one company succeeding, you're betting on the entire economy, the market growing over time. That's a much safer bet. If you want more info on index funds, like what they are, how to buy, what to buy, see below for a recent playlist. UK-friendly examples include the FTSE Global All Cap, S&P 500 trackers, or maybe Old World ETFs. These give you exposure to companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, without having to pick winners. As you can probably guess, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't me giving out financial advice. I'm not an expert, not even close. Today's video is me just trying to help you with my experience. Where you should invest. This part is really important. In the UK, where you invest matters just as much as what you invest into. First off, I would get up to speed with stocks and shares ISAs. If you don't already know, this is the gold standard for me. You can invest up to 20,000 per year. There's zero tax on gains, zero tax on dividends. You can withdraw anytime. And this is the type of flexibility I like as an investor. If you only open one investing account, for me, I would make it this. Then I would focus on your pension. And this could be a SIP or workplace pension. Awesome for long-term wealth. But money is locked until later in life, like your late 50s, when considering your SIP. Not as flexible as a stocks and shares ISA, but more tax benefits. And if you want to know more about investing into a SIP and exactly what the tax benefits are, see below for a recent video. General investing account, only use this after maxing your ISA because tax will eat into your returns, obviously. How much should you invest? Here's a rule you could follow. Only invest money you won't need for at least 5 years. If you're saving for like a house deposit, a wedding, maybe a car next year, whatever it is, that money should not be in the stock market. But if you're investing for the long term, even £50 a month is powerful. Consistency beats size. Here's a personal example. I invest £100 per month into a low-cost index fund for our two daughters. I've done this since they were 10. If the penny drops and they continue to invest £100 a month, that £100 per month will grow to £226,000 when they are 40, a huge amount. The biggest mistake beginners make. Let me save you years of stress. Watching your investments every day is a huge stressful mistake. Panic selling during crashes, try not to do it. Trying to time the market. As the saying goes, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. Here's a truth most people don't like. The best investors are often the ones who do nothing. Historically, the biggest market gains happen on just a few days each decade. Miss those days and your returns collapse. Trying to jump in and out usually makes things much worse. A real example, why patience wins. Imagine investing just before the 2008 crash, your portfolio drops 40%. Feels horrible. But if you held on by 2013, you're back to break even. By 2018, you've doubled. By today, you're up massively. The people who panic sold lost. The patient ones won. Let us imagine you had £50,000 invested in 2007 and it dropped to like £35,000 in 2008, but you decided to keep it invested and got average returns of 10%. In just 10 years, you will be up to £94,000. Despite the market crash, you've almost doubled the 50k you had in 2007. Hopefully this shows the importance of patience and time in the market. My simple beginner strategy. If I was starting again in 2026, open a stocks and shares ISA. Pick low-cost global index funds. Set up automatic monthly investing. Ignore the news. Stay consistent for like 10 years, 15 years. That's it. No stress, no constant checking, no emotional decisions. And if you have the patience and discipline to do this, to invest long term, you will build wealth and potentially retire early. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor and there are no guarantees with investing. Summary. Wealth isn't built from one lucky trade. It's built from time, consistency, discipline. If you start today, even small, your future self will thank you. But what after all that, you're still not sure about investing? Well, if you see below, you'll find a video where I give you 5 powerful examples of why investing is hugely important.